Jalen Pye said, "Real always late."
And Microsoft is just slowly pissing me off with the talk of a new Xbox.
Ah.
Dude, I swear, man, it's like if they announce a new Xbox, I'm not buying it, man. If I buy it, it's gonna be a couple of years down the line after it launch.
I think they'll announce one. They'll announce it next year, but it'll be out the year after.
That's what I'm thinking. Probably 2020.
2020.
So they get
They don't need a new console. That's the thing. When PlayStation come around, you think the PlayStation 5 is really going to outdo the Xbox One X in hardware inside? No. It's going to be damn near on par, or maybe just a step.
I think the only problem with the Xbox One X is that they use the same CPU from the Xbox One S. They just beef up the GPU, so that's probably one of the reasons why they're coming out with another one.
Look, then they should have made the X, affordable for everybody. They should have made it $350. If you're gonna do that, what's the use of putting out a S and an X, and then 2 years later, here you go with another console? Like, it don't make sense.
Nah, it don't.
What I want from the Xbox One X is I want to see what type of games it can produce, and I'm not seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
And for a whole year, you know what I'm saying, doing that E3, what was it, E3 16?
Yeah.
How they just kept talking about teraflops and 12 gigs of RAM. That's every time they mentioned the X, it was teraflop, 6 teraflop, 12 DDR5 RAM. Oh, okay, that's cool. But where are the games that take advantage of the hardware? I want to see it. Don't tell me, well, wait to the next console. Well, what's going to be in your next console? You're going to give me 7 teraflops and 15 DDR5 RAM?
Do you think, I know Gears is coming out next year and Battletoads coming out next year for the Xbox One.
Yep.
So what do you think about Halo? That trailer we saw, Halo, that graphically looked very impressive.
Yeah, man. I think like late 2019 or 2020.
So do y'all think that's going to be... Honestly, I think the games they show, Halo, Gears, of course we get Forza every year. I think those games are coming out on this current Xbox. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So we actually going to see the power of this console next year. That's what I'm thinking. With Halo coming out next year, I don't know. They didn't give us no release window. They just showed the trailer. But
demo, yeah.
If it don't come out next year, then it might be one of the last games on the Xbox One, or it might be a cross-gen game. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
That's what
I'm
thinking.
thinking the same thing too. Now I could say that Gears 5, that looks really good. Now that looked like it could be using the hardware of the X. So that game looked gorgeous. I'm like, wow.
Yes,
like that really looks good.
Now people starting, will not be this year, but I guess next year. No, I can say this year because of Forza. Forza looks very good, so we're gonna actually see the true power of the Xbox One X when Forza comes out.
It's gonna have the 60 frames mode.
Yeah, so and we got Game Pass too, so I don't need to pay $60. So that's a win for everybody, dude.
Yeah,
that's a win for everybody.
That's a really good for me.
Yeah. Hey, did y'all get that $1 Game Pass?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool, man. That's one thing Microsoft does best. They give out the best deals, man. So y'all ready to go and get started? I think we got about 30 plus watching, something like that. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Please share. Hit the like button. We're not going to have no salt casts. Like, I'm going to say, well, I guess you could say a salty cast the other day, because I was very salty about Nintendo. But we're going to give our thoughts and opinions about E3. We're going to talk about the future for the Xbox brand. You'll talk about Nintendo third-party situation on how y'all feel about it and what they need to do to be on par with Xbox and PlayStation and PC on having the same release days of these third-party multiplayer games. So, and we might talk about something else. So let's go ahead and then get started doing intros. And Alex, he should be here pretty soon. So we have a full cast here. So we go ahead and then get started with our intros and talk about the games we've been playing this week. Starting with you, Nick.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Gamer Nick. I've been playing. Wow, that was a crappy intro. Anyway, so
That's every week for you.
I've been playing. I've been playing. Like I said, I've been playing more Resident Evil 7, and I was playing, trying out like Fortnite. So that game, this game was kind of fun. I don't think I'd go like that's kind of cool to play with your friends and shit. That was fun. And just also been just playing random Street Fighter games since I got that collection. So,
Okay. Dirty.
Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Dirty, back with the podcast, and I really haven't been playing too much. Just little stuff here and there, like 2K, Assassin's Creed Origins. I went back playing World War II, and checked out the Shaq Fu on the Switch. It's pretty cool so far. I wasn't looking for nothing mind blowing. Shaq Fu.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah.
If you bought that, was it NBA Playgrounds?
Yep. I got it free.
I just hadn't
downloaded it.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the first board. It's decent. It's okay. For a beat 'em up brawl. I'm not looking for anything. Like I said, mind blowing, special. It's just something to pass the time.
All right. And appreciate the $2 donation, Amir. How much for Gamer Nick nudes? Well, nods. That's what he said, nods. Man, she be trolling the mess out of you, Nick.
one the other night, she got mad at me anyway.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
All right. Last but not least, let's go with you, Sinister.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your main man, Sinister. Some of the games I've been playing is basically I've been playing a little Forza Horizon 2 and 3, and plus I picked up a new game for the Switch, Blaz Blue, Cross Tag Battle, and probably gonna pick up another Switch game before.
Mad in the red on the OBS. I don't know what's going on with OBS right now. It's just not have. It's
tripping.
It's been tripping on me lately, man. So I don't know what's going on, man.
Wi-Fi?
Huh?
You're on Wi-Fi?
No. I'm hardwired. Okay.
I had no problems with my connection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Do your. I don't know if you did your intro. I guess I'll finish your intro. Give me a minute, guys. Let me make sure. Let me make sure people, my folks over here ain't streaming. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No. That's pretty much out of my intro. Everything I played.
I don't know, man. I kind of like having all these Street Fighter games in one place.
Yeah, I know. Especially, we got the anniversary.
I mean, the only real complaint I have is it's just straight arcade ports,
Yeah.
and not like the console versions.
Yep.
Like I was kind of hoping I get something like that eventually, but I don't know.
Yeah, because or some people having trouble with, especially the new folks, even they play on the easiest setting, they still get their ass handed to them.
Yeah. Okay. So how's the stream now? This thing still tripping?
Oh, it's good.
It's still good.
Yeah.
How's the stream, people? I went to go check on my folks and see where they on Netflix, but they told me they're watching cable, so ain't nobody in there streaming. So yeah. Okay, I guess we all right, but looks like I'm. Hold on. So how's the OBS? Maybe I said it looks good. Okay, all right. I guess we're gonna get started. Huh? What you say?
People are saying it's running, so.
All right, okay. So let's go get started. I don't know what the hell Alex is doing. He's supposed to be popping in, but it is what it is. Okay, E3 just came. It came, went, it's gone, it left, and overall, I think it was a good show. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. It was a couple of E3s. Square Enix, EA, Nintendo. It's like if you wasn't a Smash Brothers fan or a Pokemon fan, then that E3 was probably garbage to you. I'm not the biggest Smash or the biggest Pokemon fan.
I'm a Smash Brothers fan.
I'm not the biggest Smash or Pokemon fan. I'm not saying the game ain't good. I just hadn't really been into the series. So me, that Direct was mediocre to me because of lack of games, whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about what we like about E3, about all the games, and we're gonna grade the conferences and you know, and after that we'll talk about the Xbox brand and the Fox Studios they purchased, and you know, blah 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 that. So okay, Sinister, let's start with you. What you think about the conference, and who you think who won?
To be honest, I think Microsoft pulled it off. I mean, hands down. I mean, they just said they delivered the games. I mean, despite, you know, having hiccups here and there, but still, I mean, the presentation was top notch. I mean, and of course, you know, the worst one to me was, of course, EA.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there was just a clusterfuck anyway. Like for Nintendo, I mean, I don't know what happened with them. I mean, you said they're having Smash. I mean, which is probably cool to some people, but still, like, where's Bayonetta 3? Where's Metro Prime 4?
Mm-hmm.
And Square Enix, I mean,
this was the E3 of the woman, and Nintendo was sexist, didn't show their female characters.
Yeah. Square Enix, I don't know what the fuck happened with them. Bethesda has some cool games I wanted to see, like, you know, Doom, and just to name one. Ubisoft has some great games, like, you know, Skull and Bones. Of course, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that was great. And of course, PlayStation, I mean, exclusive-wise, they did great in that department, but their conference sucked. I was like, there was some weird shit going on. I was like, what the hell? I was like, I mean, whoever set that conference up need either ass kicked or be fired.
Yeah.
But overall, Xbox won. I mean, overall. But.
Okay. All right. What about you, Dirty?
All three of them to be did, you know, pretty good. There was certain stuff I was looking for from Nintendo that they didn't show or talk about. I thought Microsoft did very well. They came with the games.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I was going to wait to E3, even though I knew they didn't have anything. So I was like, I have to see E3 they have to turn around at E3, and they did. So Sony, I don't know. Sony conference was good. There's a few games that I see that I want, but that whole Last of Us 2 thing was weird. I don't know what they was thinking, to go in one place to watch a trailer and then go into another, then go into the auditorium for the rest of the show. Like, that didn't make sense. Like they was in a church. They set it up like they was in a church or something. I don't know, but did I watch No, I didn't watch EA. I watched a little bit of EA, turned it off. I watched Ubisoft. It was alright, and that's about it. But overall, the winner, probably I had to say Microsoft, because they came with the games.
Yeah.
They came with the games. Some of them we don't know any release dates for, but hey, they came with them. And plus, they picked up 5 new studios. So there you go. And that they heard our cries about the games. They given us games, and they picked up more studios to get them more exclusives. So there you have it.
Okay. What about you, Nick?
Well,
You there?
Yeah. Yeah.
He just said "welp" and just left.
I thought he tried to find the right words to use.
Yeah. I thought he just froze out of fear or something. Oh my god! I don't know what I'm gonna say. There's always something with Nick. Fucking Nick. Jesus Christ. Nick!
okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, my like all of a sudden that thing like shut down. I switched to my fucking camera. Might get you get heard. So so anyway, yeah. Overall, I was overall satisfied with E3 as a whole. I saw a lot of games that I liked and stuff like that. It was like really neat to see Devil May Cry 5. That's definitely on its way. That was kind of cool. The surprise for me out of all of it was that one game, the Ghost of Tsushima. How the fuck you say that game?
Was it
Shadow?
Ghost of
No, that's something else. but like I think it's like a similar type game.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
Ghost of Tsushima. You mean Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, there we go.
Ghost of Tsushima.
That was a real good surprise for me.
Yes, that's a good game.
And I'm sitting there watching this game going, okay, that game right there is the game I want to fucking buy when it comes out. So that was a good one. I was happy to see our new Gears game coming out. Like, which, surprised me. I'm so surprised I liked the Gears series as much as I did. It's not really my type of game, but I love that series.
Yeah.
So kind of neat to see Battletoads is on his way out, on his way up. That's cool that they're actually going to do something with that franchise. Mm-hmm. Like they've had Rare for how long now, and they've done nothing with any of its IPs, and they finally do something with like one of the most famous ones, Battletoads. Fucking thank you, finally, shit.
Is Rare actually doing that game, or they have somebody else?
Well, it's under the Rare name, isn't it? Unless it is somebody else, I don't know. Well, we'll see. But anyway, either way, it's on its way. So that's a plus for me. The Resident Evil 2 remake, they finally showed something and a release date, which surprised the hell out of me. Like I did not think that would ever happen, but
January 25th.
That's like 6 months from now.
Ready? It's not that far off. I'm hoping that's where it is and it stays.
Yeah.
But I just feel a delay coming. And I don't know about that, but if it comes out, that'll be cool at that time. So the Spider-Man game looked pretty good, but I think I've seen enough of that. Can we just get that game already? It's like enough. Last of Us 2, nah, whatever. So
you ain't excited for Last of Us 2?
No.
Really? Damn. Oh well.
So like the like I said, the only reason I'll give Microsoft the best one out of all this because they showed all the games that we're getting. No matter what system you have besides Switch, you're going to get most of these games. You're going to get like Devil May Cry 5 if you have a PS2, a PS4, or an Xbox. You're going to get that game or whatever like that.
Shit, you can probably still get on the PS2, but not the Switch.
No, I just beat ridiculous. Wow. But I was like really happy to see what they're doing with Smash Brothers. I know some people are like, some other people are like, oh. I was like, dude, I was using rainbows over the Smash Brothers shit. Not gonna lie. So I thought that. Although to be honest with you, I did think I agree they ran it a little long. And they started going into like by character. I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm done. That was cool. Show me enough. Stop talking. You're still talking. Why are you still talking about this? So, but they pretty much like, and then the rest of the Nintendo's Either Treehouse has more or less been it's been fucking Smash Brothers. So that's like their big thing for this year. I don't know what else what else they have planned, but we'll see. I was very interested to see the Xenoblade 2 expansion. I can't wait for that. That looks interesting. I know a lot of people here are like, yeah, whatever, but I like the game, and I'm looking forward to this because it's going to expand on the story of the game as is. Like, they made a lot of references to what happened in the past before the game. That's pretty much what this game is. So I think it's kind of cool they're going that route and stuff like that, like adding more story to this game. And stuff like that. And then they threw that little montage in there of third-party games, and one of them was Dragon Ball Z. That's pretty cool. Dragon Ball FighterZ. I can't wait for that one. That looks pretty cool.
Dark Souls.
What is it? Jump Stars. That was pretty cool.
Jump Force. Yeah.
Jump Force.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be like Smash Brothers, but like with all those characters. Pretty much gonna be the same, same concept and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna tell people it's not a fighter. So.
Oh wow.
But overall, depending on what you're interested in, for me, all the stuff that I was interested in, I got to see. So for me, it was good. I know some other people were just like they didn't see what they wanted, and I can understand why people are upset about that. But for me, from all the companies, I was pretty satisfied with what I saw, except for EA. I didn't watch their shit, and I didn't see Square, but I heard they like pretty much had nothing going on. Okay. So, like for me, overall, E3 was satisfactory. I'm happy, and it's good to know I got some games from series that I'm interested in coming to me in the near future. So that's how it is for me.
Okay, so you got that?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex is serious. So since he's late, I'm going and go my turn. Since he's freaking late, I was gonna go last, Alex. And there's an echo. It's kind of funny we got an echo since you done joined, Alex.
I'm the only one who uses headphones on your podcast, Rail. It's not me.
Okay, I don't hear the echo. overall, the E3 was good, like I said a while ago, because of the games. Ghost of Tsushima, like I've been hearing a lot about that. You know, got leaked not too long ago, but I didn't think the game was gonna be that good and that good looking at the same time. The gameplay looked awesome. The physics of the game looks freaking awesome. The environment is. That's a beautiful looking game, man. You got people over there saying the game looks better than The Last of Us. That's what I'm getting here. Sony makes really good, beautiful games, and I don't know where they find the talent at. It's so damn good, man. That game right there. That's probably why some people said Sony won, because that one game right there. I'm not going to judge a conference over one game. The reason why I'm going to say Microsoft beat everybody because they showed the most games and they had the most announcements. Sony only had 2 brand new game announcements. That's Ghost of Tsushima and Neo 2. Microsoft, they had 4 new announcements. That's Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Battletoads, and Forza Horizon. Was it 4? So that's 4 announcements versus 2 announcements. Doesn't matter if you don't like Microsoft's games. Don't matter if you don't like Sony's games. I'm just going by the quantity here. And of course, like I say, they showed more games at Microsoft's conference. The thing that stands out the most was the announcement of the 5 studios that basically wowed the shit out of me. I knew for a fact that we was gonna get at least a couple. It's been rumored that they was gonna acquire Playground Games, but I didn't know they was gonna buy Undead Labs. I didn't know they was gonna start a brand new one that was Initiative, and the person that's gonna run that team is the one that was involved of the Tomb Raider projects, the Rise of the Tomb Raider and the Tomb Raider reboot. So they already starting that studio with some talent, and of course the Ninja Theory caught everybody all surprised. That I was like, are you serious? It's like they're trying here, and they're prepping up for the next generation. And I feel that whenever the next Xbox get here, they going to come out guns blazing, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy for the announcements of the 5 studios. I'm happy for them catering to their Xbox fans by giving us Gears.
They have some competition for next gen.
Yes, have a lot of competition. You know, I know a lot of people still pissed off about there's no new announcements for this year. It is what it is. You know, I'm gonna be like, hey, we went through this with the Wii U. The last couple of years has been god awful, and hey, well, I can't really compare the Wii U to the Xbox because at least the Xbox get the Call of Duties. At least they still get the multi-plats. And as far as the multi-plats, as far as all those games show that was at E3, ain't none of them games coming to the Switch. So, you know, I'm not even gonna start. I'm not even gonna say no right now. I'm not gonna say no. There's a lot of Switch fans there. They pretty pissed off at me right now. That's probably why I got those dislikes right now. But yeah, the Xbox, they came with it, and I really did enjoy it. Sony, on the other hand, that shit was so damn weird. I don't know. It seemed like every time they do something right, like every time they be on top of the competition by a wide margin, they do the most silliest shit. The most anti-consumer shit with, you know, another thing that's anti-consumer, not allowing crossplay. That's something we don't really talk about. I think that's a load of shit what they're doing right now. It's just a lot of shit that Sony is doing. I believe it's just so damn retarded. You know, but hey, that's why we need Xbox to step in and compete with them, so we won't have no situation like that, because they starting to act like the PS3. They did so well with the PS2. They want to just do anything, everything with the PS3. And y'all saw how that shit happened, and look's going on with the PS4 right now. They on top and they doing stupid anti-consumer shit. So that's why we need Microsoft to step that shit up by next generation. But their E3 was basically a remaster from last year's. No, I won't say a remaster. Like the past 2-3 years has been the damn same for Sony. Of course, Spider-Man again, Last of Us again. Like we knew about these games. They didn't bother to show Days Gone. I'm glad I've seen it too many times. But Ghost of Tsushima and Neo 2, that was new. That was the only new announcements. And of course, they showed Resident Evil 2, and I'm very excited about that. I've been wanting that game for a very long time. And what else did they show? I would say Devil May Cry 5, but that was on Microsoft's conference. But it was an alright conference. They didn't really do much. It was like they was on cruise control, in which we've been saying. We said that weeks before the E3, they was gonna go on cruise control, and that's what they did. They went on cruise control. Microsoft, like I said, they came guns blazing. Nintendo. Okay, I'm trying not to rant. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking on that. If you're not a Smash fan or a Pokemon fan, then you're wasting your time watching that E3. But after this is why a lot of people is upset. Like the first year that the Switch was out, they didn't get no third-party support. They got a little bit of sprinkles, but Nintendo had to basically support their own console by themselves by releasing the Mario Karts, Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, Orange. They single-handedly supported their own console, and it sold very well. And that's how they got some of those third-party ports to come on that console because it was doing so well. Let's not forget Pokémon Tournament as well. That was a port as well. So, of course, the first year was a success. They had a lot of great games. The second year came, and the second year we got nothing but it's been a port city this year, and we are in June, and the only new game for the Switch that came out was Kirby. Kirby that is overpriced, that only had no online play, and running at 30 frames per second, a 2D side scroll. I don't need to even explain any further because that don't even make no damn sense. But yeah, that's the only new game that we got this year for Nintendo. I was like, okay, Nintendo kind of been on cruise control this whole entire year, so I was like, okay, they had a successful first year and had a mediocre second year. So I'm guessing we're going to have a very strong E3, considering the fact that Nintendo has already showed us gameplay of Pokemon. They had already told us about Smash Brothers. So okay, they told us about this. So I'm like, okay, they were telling us about their big guns before E3. Maybe they got a lot more announcements for E3. And we got disappointed. I was like, okay, what is going on? The only new game that I know was that very first game that they showed. I forgot the name of Demon something Mech. I don't know what it was. It looks cool, but it was just a trailer. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see gameplay for me to be interested in the game. But you know, that's not the type of game that gets me excited in the first place. It's not that type of game that will sell millions and millions. I don't really think there's a market for that. But you know, the only third-party games that I know of that's coming to the Switch is late ports, like Dark Souls. It was supposed to come out with the Xbox One and the PS4, but it got delayed to the summer. Crash Bandicoot, that's been out for a while, so it's coming into the Switch. What else? I think that was another third-party game. It's just a whole bunch of older third-party ports coming to the Switch, and that's been another topic about. We're gonna talk about after this. But like I said, overall with the Switch E3, Nintendo's E3, it's just been. I'm gonna say it's just a little bit under mediocre. That's just how I feel about it. I'm trying not to call it hot garbage because I keep pissing off these Nintendo fanboys. They about to detox me. They about to kidnap me. I need to just shut up and get Alex to Japan before they come and kick my ass. What you think, Alex?
Okay, well, first off, it's called Daemon X Machina, and it's an exclusive game.
Okay.
They also showed Super what the hell is it? Super Mario Party. That's a new game, new announcement that's coming out this year. You neglected to mention that, of course.
Okay.
They showed big.
Hold on. Does it have online?
Yeah, it does. They announced it today.
That you can play with your friends
yes.
worldwide? Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
You would know that if you paid attention. But there's third-party games that were announced at that.
Hey, it's still garbage, Alex.
Whatever you say, buddy. It's still gonna outsell your Xbox by next year. The Fortnite was released. And it's already.
So why you so up in this console wars, man? I'm just talking about the E3 presentation, man.
I'm trying to, but you keep interrupting me.
Well, stop being smart.
So Fortnite was announced and released the same day. Already 2 million downloads. We played it. It was a lot of fun. Paladins has been released. Those are major third-party games that sell consoles, as you can see.
90% of my friends list is on
my entire friends list is all people playing Fortnite. My entire friends list on Xbox is Hulu and Netflix. Bang, bang. So then we had some other big games like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I feel they didn't show enough of that. It was like a 2-second clip. That was really dumb. But that game's coming. That's a pretty big win.
Yeah, they threw it in a throwaway montage.
Yeah, they put it in that montage. I feel that was a mistake. They should have focused more on those things. There were some pretty big third-party games that were announced. Of course, Wolfenstein comes out this year. Actually, this month. I think in next week or something.
Yeah, it's this month.
Yeah, June 29th. So
Okay,
that's a pretty big game. And then we have Mario Tennis is coming out this month.
Okay.
Not Kirby. Captain Toad comes out in July. Octopath comes out in July. Fire Emblem was shown. Fire Emblem looks really good.
Yeah.
It was pushed to spring 2019, but we finally got to see what the game looks like.
You know why I didn't mention those games a while ago? Because we already knew about those games for a while. I forgot to mention Mario Party. That's one thing I forgot. But the ones you just mentioned, it was already mentioned last year, E3. So it really wasn't many new announcements.
Fortnite was not announced.
What? No, I'm talking about what was that other game? Wolfenstein. Like these other third-party games. We already knew about these games.
Yeah, but they still have to show them.
Yeah. But
yeah, so they showed it that it's coming out. It's a major third-party game, real.
Yeah,
whether you like it or not, like it's.
I love Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm trying to point out the games that came out.
Okay.
So yeah, let me get the list here. There was some other like smaller games like that Queen Black Killing, some shit like that. That game looks dumb.
What indie games? Are you really going down the indie list?
Shitty indie game.
I ain't talking about indies.
I don't know. They had some other stuff.
Indies don't sell consoles, man.
I know that. I know that. Let me just pull up the list. I don't have the list in front of me. It's hard to remember everything.
No, it's cool that they get Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, you know, don't get me wrong.
That game's still from this year. So that game came out in January, I believe. So it's not that far.
Yeah.
26.
Huh?
We're 26.
Yeah, so like that's still from this year. Oh yeah, they showed Pokemon
about 5 months ago.
Okay. Yeah, that's coming out this year. That's going to be a fucking banger. That's probably going to be the best-selling exclusive of this year, whether you like it or not.
Which one? Pokemon?
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go.
Oh yeah, that's no brainer.
So Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's actually a standalone game, kind of like Uncharted Lost Legacy, same thing. So that's its own game. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a decent show. Obviously, they made the mistake of making half their show about Smash Brothers, which I was not impressed by, because there was just too much Smash Brothers. And then they went on to the Treehouse and continued to show more Smash Brothers. There was just a little too much Smash Brothers. But what they showed of the game, it looks incredible. It is confirmed for this year. Sakurai said it's coming out, December 7th or something, so that's pretty cool. The game looks great. It's
Pearl Harbor Day.
It's a new game. It's definitely not a port because the mechanics of the game have changed. There's new characters, old characters, new finishers, new stages. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff in the game. I see people still saying it's a port. I think you need to realize what a port is. Like Mario Kart was a port.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers is a damn near new game. The only thing that's the same is the engine and some of the assets. But the actual core game itself and the mechanics are different. So that makes it a new game. Again, whether you like it or not. But overall, the show was just okay. I think they kind of phoned it in this year. There was no Yoshi, no Bayonetta, no Metroid, no Pikmin, no Animal Crossing, no Retro Studios game. Yes, Nintendo has multiple shows throughout the year. Yes, they can show it later if they feel like it. But if we're talking about this specific show, a little lackluster because they decided to focus so much on Smash Brothers. And if you're not a hardcore Smash Brothers guy, this show is probably pretty boring to you.
Okay, what about
it is what it is.
What about, we was talking about Sony and Microsoft. Did you talk about them too?
Sony had a terrible show. It was awful. Pacing was awful. They brought out some guy dressed as a bum to play a fucking banjo. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. They actually turned Sony's conference into a cult church place. I was so fucking freaked out by that. They actually
they drank the Kool-Aid.
The cult of Sony, man, that was disgusting. And they actually made their fans stand up, leave the building, go to another building just so they could change the backdrop. That's how arrogant they are. And then they brought out some white appropriation, an Asian appropriation guy to play a flute and then show us Ghost of Tsushima, which was incredible. And then they showed us Death Stranding, and that game is absolute dog shit.
It's weird as shit.
Kojima is the most overrated hack in gaming.
That
game is trash. I'm sorry if you guys were excited for that game, but it's fucking trash.
We still don't know much about the game.
We can talk about it.
Yeah,
the one thing that pissed
garbage.
The one thing that pissed me off about that game is watching those different characters hauling stuff on their back, climbing a mountain,
Oh my god!
And Snake couldn't do it in 5. Like really?
Right,
You can't
right.
climb a mountain and you Snake,
Stupid.
but these dudes can, and they
But
got
this delivery man can.
Damn.
Stupid game. Then they showed Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks fantastic. I feel Sony showed too much of Spider-Man. I did not want to know how many villains there were in the game. Now I know all of them, and that's super annoying. Yeah. So they showed too much of Spider-Man. There was no Days Gone for some reason. They decided not to show that. They showed Resident Evil 2 Remake. That was a huge win. That was a world premiere for that one. And that was kind of it. Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 looked great. From what I understand, you don't get to play as Joel, so that kind of sucks. But the demo looked good. I'm excited for that game. But for me, game of the show for Sony was definitely Ghost of Tsushima. That game looks amazing.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I mean, before you continue, there was also that other samurai game, that Sekiro game. It's like,
yeah, that was at Microsoft though.
Yeah, but still, samurai games.
Yeah, samurai games are back, and that's awesome. But no Ninja Gaiden, because that's what we want, right?
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't understand that.
So Sony, I actually feel Sony did worse than Nintendo, if I'm being honest.
Really?
I didn't like their show. Like, they showed 4 main games, and 2 of them I like, and one of them I hated, which was Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Nintendo showed more stuff that I was interested in. That Daemon X Machina game to me looks fucking amazing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. You like Transformers? Was it Devastation Force? That's your
yeah,
type of stuff.
that game looks like Transformers Devastation mixed with Mech Warriors, mixed with Platinum Games. Oh my god, that game is right up my alley.
Okay.
And then definitely Smash Brothers. I'm interested in Smash Brothers, but like Sony's conference outside of Ghost of Tsushima is probably not a game for this generation. I'm just gonna put
that game too.
I think that's a PS5 game.
That thing look too beautiful to be a PS4 game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
that was
real
definitely
with you.
running on a PC.
Yeah.
Last of Us obviously is for this gen, and Spider-Man we're getting in a few months. So I'm super excited for Spider-Man, but Death Stranding 100% off my radar now, and Ghost of Tsushima is probably 2020, 2021 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So just for those kind of reasons, that I put them below Nintendo.
Easy, G-Rock. He got a garbage and fire about Nintendo.
He's kind of mad that Nintendo beat out Sony this year, I guess. But then there was Microsoft. Microsoft had a great show. Microsoft showed 50 games. 18, I believe, were world premieres. Like, they came out
and 15 was
exclusives,
I believe.
15 exclusives and 18 world premieres, and then the rest were games that were already announced. But like, they showed Jump Star, is that what it's called? Jump Force.
Jump Force.
Yeah, that game looked pretty cool. They showed Devil May Cry 5. I never thought in my life I would see Devil May Cry revealed at an Xbox show. So that was really cool. Of course, they announced the 5 new studios that they purchased. That was a huge win for Microsoft.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah, they picked up Ninja Theory. That was the one that everyone was shocked by. Picking up what is their name? Playground Games. Yeah. Like, those guys already only make games for Xbox, so like that's kind of whatever.
It makes
sense. But
they
picked up some other developers, but the main one was getting Ninja Theory. Those guys make amazing games, and now they're gonna make amazing games for Microsoft. And that is a huge win. They showed Sea of Thieves, which I was not cool with. And then they showed Game Pass stuff, which I don't think needed to be at the show. That was completely unnecessary. But other than that, it was just games. They did a fantastic job. My phone will not shut the fuck up right now. They showed so many games, so many world premieres. Yes, I get it. They're multi-plats, but Microsoft showed them first. And that gets them the point, because Sony decided they didn't need to show anything this year.
I don't know why people get so mad about the fact that they're multiplats, not exclusive. Why they get so mad?
They're exclusively not on one console. But
damn.
What was I gonna say?
They're showing on Microsoft.
Xbox got no games.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they showed a lot of support for Japanese studios and Japanese games, which has definitely been an Achilles heel for Xbox this entire generation and Microsoft in general. But they showed, I think, 5 or 6 Japanese games that are coming to their console, including Nier Automata, which was previously a console exclusive for PS4. So that was cool. That was really nice to see them Phil taking those trips to Japan actually got them some games. Maybe Reggie should take a fucking look.
Oh man, fuck
so-
Reggie. He's a liar. This a liar.
Reggie's a damn liar.
I don't
But
like Reggie.
that was cool to see. And then, of course, buying the studios. They were the reason I liked Microsoft's conference is their biggest flaws. They turned around and made it look like a strength this year by showing, hey, we bought all these studios. Hey, we're getting all this Japanese support. Look here, we have all these multi-plat games coming. And then they drop Halo Infinite, which is, again, going to be a next-generation game.
You
They
think
showed
so?
Gears of War 5. Oh, definitely.
You
What
think
we
so?
saw was just them teasing the engine. That is not going to be on your Xbox.
I think maybe cross-gen. I think cross-gen.
I don't think so. That's going to start the next Xbox generation. But then there's Gears of War 5, which looked incredible. That comes out 2019. There's a Gears of War cell phone game starring the pop figures for some reason. I don't know who asked for that. But that's coming. And then we have a Gears of War Tactics game, which is for PC only. But that was awesome, too.
The hell was that?
That was great, too. So they just had an excellent show. So really the winner was Microsoft, not specifically Xbox, but more PC gaming one. But Microsoft, if you want to just say their name, out of the three conferences, they definitely beat out Sony and Nintendo. I think you got to be pretty biased to say otherwise, if I'm being honest.
Oh, they're gonna.
They
be,
definitely.
They're going to be biased. I know Stuart Stokes. He gave me a donation a while ago. I didn't forget you, buddy. Where did he at? Dang, I don't see it on my list no more. He said something about PlayStation guy.
He says PlayStation has 12 exclusives they didn't show.
Oh, really?
So he claims.
Now there's I think I'm not sure if it's a rumor or a panic button. They supposed to be working on something for the Switch. It's been.
That's not a rumor. They said they are.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're gonna announce it next month.
Next month. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that the Switch is still getting games, you know. But I guess before we get to that topic about the Switch and third party, but yeah, like I said, overall the E3 was good. We have a lot of games. If you own all consoles, man, then you win. Gamers win because of Cyberpunk, in which people
really
been,
need an Xbox.
you know, people. How would you say?
So you don't need an Xbox, but okay.
See, this is why we get to a lot of arguments on fucking Alex. You always want to always get sarcastic. You always want to get smart,
I'm
dude.
just stating facts.
Okay, you
You
don't.
just don't like those facts.
I don't care. It's about what you want, what you prefer. If you want an Xbox, get an Xbox. If you want a PC, get a PC. Don't force your opinions upon other people. Some people are console people, and so okay.
All I said, real. You got emotional about it. All
No,
I
I didn't get emotional.
Don't need an Xbox.
So people in the chat, you telling me that Alex did not get all smart? He was getting all he was being a smarty pants a while ago. I was just saying that gamers win, and he said, "Well, you don't need an Xbox." Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
okay,
you don't.
like I said, okay, you don't need an Xbox if you have a PC. You don't need an Xbox. You happy?
No,
you feel better? You feel? I'm not mad. You feel better now? If you want an Xbox, get an Xbox. If you want a PC, get a PC. All I'm saying is, gamers win. If you own all the consoles, you win because there's games on every console that appeals to me or appeals to y'all. There's a lot of great games. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be fair, man. You doing this bias stuff. I'm trying to be fair here. Like I say, it was a good conference. Microsoft had a good show, 5 studios, all that, and you know, I graded Microsoft conference at A-. I didn't give them an A+ because we still are lacking exclusives for this year besides Forza. You know, I still gave them an A because the fact that they fixed their problems in which they've been lacking for basically this whole entire generation. First party games, first party studios, Japanese support, and they basically threw a lot of bangers at this year's E3. Like, and plus the third party games that's multi-plat and always be shown at Sony's E3, like Kingdom Hearts, that type of game. Like, you would never see that at a Microsoft conference. Devil May Cry. That type of game catered towards the PlayStation fans. So it seems that Microsoft is really trying to get Japanese support back on board for the Xbox console. So, you know, I'm just glad that they're fixing their problems. When the next Xbox generation get here, whether you want an Xbox or a PC, Alex, it's going to be good for the Microsoft brand. How about that? No. Microsoft /Xbox brand.
That's better.
Okay, that's better. All right.
Because a win for Microsoft is a win for PC gaming.
Like I said, it's whatever you choose to play on, man. Okay.
Thanks, Phil.
Whatever. Anyway, on to the next topic. Nintendo. Okay, I'm not saying they have terrible third-party support. I'm not saying that whatsoever. They are getting third-party games. It might not be the same time that the PlayStation and Xbox get, but they're getting it. It's just you're going to have to wait. You know, you got to wait and see for some of these games. But but the Switch's been out for 16 months, and there's still some issues with getting certain games on the Switch. Like, I know certain developers did not get the dev kits in the same time that certain other developers, you know, got the dev kits. So I don't know why Nintendo didn't send all the dev kits at the same time, you know, earlier, you know, at least at the early stages of the Switch's development time. From what I, you know, from what we know, they got the dev kits like basically the year before the release of the Switch. So it's like they gave it to them so fast, and they got to hurry up and try to get these games ready, and some of these games still ain't ready. And from what I'm not understanding, how did Capcom work closely with Nintendo this whole entire time, and yet they still getting these old-ass 20-year-old games and games from last generation. You know, of course, they get a Mega Man game. That's not really much, you know, that's not really much to talk about. It's really a 2D game. It doesn't take long to make. But I'm talking about like the AAA games that Microsoft and Sony gets, like the Resident Evil 7s, the Resident Evil 2s. I'm not even gonna count that Resident Evil Cloud, man. Keep that shit. But what else? The Monster Hunter Worlds, Devil May Cry 5. Like, you know, Capcom coming out with some heavy hitters, and they're still missing the Switch. So I'm not sure. Will Nintendo maybe discuss this at one of their directs? I don't know. But if Nintendo's supposed to be getting these type of games, then I believe that E3 was supposed to be the main stage to announce these games. If it's not at E3, at least at the Treehouse, because this is the time of the year when you get majority of the world that's watching, because they want to know what's going on to their console for that either that year or the year going forward or the next year. E3 is really about not only what's coming out this year, but what's coming out in the future. And it seems that they didn't really care about the future on the Switch, in my opinion, at E3. Besides Fire Emblem, Yoshi, that got delayed to next year, and we know about the new Pokemon coming out next year. And we didn't get no type of teaser trailer for Metroid. I don't know what's going on with the Retro Studios project. It's been about 5 years. You know, it's just a lot of questions that needs to be answered. But like I said, with the third party situation, I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe I can help me out. Like, how long does it take to make a AAA game? Between 3 to 5 years, right? About AAA game, about 3 to 5 years. So if the developers got these dev kits, let's say around 2016, then some of these games should at least be ready at maybe the tail end of 2018 or in early 2019. But even though a lot of those games was announced at E3 that's coming out early next year, there's no Switch ports. Like, some ain't fishy here. Like I say, Capcom be working close with Nintendo, so obviously they had the dev kits a lot sooner than everybody else. So what is going on with the Nintendo third parties? Because if you look at the Wii U generation, at least they released titles the same day that Xbox 360 and PS3 got. But it's a lot different with the Nintendo Switch. So I don't know. Let's start with you, Dirty. What you think about the third party situation? Are they still trying to do this wait and see approach and see, see if they get some more sales for the Switch, or do you think the dev kits came out extremely late?
They might came out extremely late, but I also feel that the third party developers still look at Nintendo as look at their fanboys as more as will they buy this game? Mm-hmm. It goes back and hurts you when you study repeat, who buys Nintendo for third party. So yeah, that gets back to third party, and I'm pretty sure third party done heard it as well. So it's a lot of things that play in factor with it. They thinking, will this game actually sell? Do I want to put the resource and money into porting this game over if no one buys it? You know, and then they go back and they look at the Wii U as well. Yeah, we got, you know, games day one, but most of them was missing features. Some of them was old games but overpriced. Where others got a trilogy for less than I think for less than $60, but we get the third installment for full $60 price, which, you know, I think it's just a lot of things that I can't pinpoint it why we not getting like Resident Evil 7 a physical copy. You know, I don't want to pay $19. It's cool you can pay $19 in streaming. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'd rather have my physical copy of Resident Evil 7. I want my physical copy of Resident Evil 2, you know, remake. I don't want to stream those games online. I don't want to have to pay a service fee. I don't care if it is, you know, 200 days. You know, I get to have this game for $20. I want a physical copy.
Yeah.
And to me, I think the Switch there's nothing out here on these two other consoles that the Switch can't handle. Yeah, some of them might have to be scaled down, you know, graphic-wise, but still, the Switch can run these games. Like, these developers are not taking full advantage of none of these powers in these consoles. So, I don't know. I just can't pinpoint why we're not getting, you know, like the Devil May Cry 5, why it's not announced. Yeah. You know, will it be, hopefully it'll be announced down the line, but why wasn't, you know, announced with, you know, Xbox One and PS4 and PC? I have no idea. I just have no idea.
Okay. I know Nia, she mentioned something a while ago in the chat about people that buy multi-platform on other consoles are the ones that's trying. Like, I said this a long time ago that, you know, I'm not only just talking about myself. I'm talking about others. See, this is what selfishness comes in. Cause I'm not talking about me. I'm being selfless because I'm talking about people that can't afford other consoles. You know, for instance, Bird Hugger 20, if that's his name, Phil Fisto. I don't know how many times he changed his name. Like, he doesn't really have the financial funds that a lot of us has, you know. But I'm just saying, for people that want to game on a platform that of their choice and a platform that they love, not only they will love the first party games, they will also love to have the third party games. Because, you know, Bird Hugger, he told us time and time again, you know, Nintendo, you know, was his childhood. He loved to play all his third parties, all that on Nintendo. So I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about other people. Hey, I wouldn't even mind playing third-party games on the Switch. I did at first. You know, the first year I bought NBA 2K. I bought some indie. I bought some third-party games on the Switch. But I'm like, I'm wasting my time here. Like, we're not getting the same release dates as the other consoles with some of these third-party games, like Dragon Ball FighterZ. I wouldn't mind buying on the Switch because I know a whole bunch of Nintendo fans that follow me on my Switch are anime fans, and I don't mind playing them on the Switch. So it's games that I would love to play on the Switch just because I have most of my friends on the Switch.
You ain't gonna play with nobody on the Switch. Shut up.
Man, you shut the fuck up, bitch.
You won't even play me, and I.
Man, get out of here with that. You shut your ass up if I boot your ass out of here. Anyway, like I was saying,
PS4, I haven't played.
Oh, you got Zen on standby?
Yeah, you see, this is why I said I need to find me another cast because of this shit. But like I was saying, like people, you know, I don't mind playing certain games with people on the Switch, man. Like, I'm not talking about just myself. I'm talking about other people. I know, in that case, if a lot of these Nintendo fans think they're good, think they got all the third-party support on the Switch, then I don't want to see them port begging for all these games because it seems like every time there's an announcement on Xbox and PlayStation, there's a whole bunch of Nintendo fans port begging those companies. So I'm just talking about their behalf. It ain't just their behalf. If I want to play it on my Switch, I have every right to play it on my Switch. Y'all have no right to tell me that I got an Xbox and PlayStation. In that case, why don't you buy it for me? That's just how I feel about it. So what about you, Sense? What you think about this third-party situation on the Switch, man? Like, it's been 16 months since the you know, release of the Switch. Should we be getting something you know, now or later this year or a year or two from now?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, because it's kind of tough, just depending on who you ask. Because I mean, you get them down, you're probably gonna get like some dumbed down features. Probably like, you know, the graphics won't look right or it doesn't play right. I mean, I throw for example like the WWE 2K18. You know, that port, you saw how shitty it was on there compared to, you know, the big consoles and stuff like that. Is just, I mean, it just depends. I mean, heck, I mean, I own a third-party game on the Switch. So, like I said, the Black Blue that I just mentioned earlier, but that's cool. But as far as like certain like third-party games that people want on the Switch, I mean, you gotta do, hey, reach out to Nintendo and say something. It's like, hey, we want these games on there, but you got some of these fanboys out here whining and crying. It's like, oh, we want this on the Switch. Oh, we want this on the Switch. And it's like, how come the Xbox and PlayStation got them? Boo-hoo! What are we, the redhead stepchild or something like that? It's like, shit. I mean, heck, I mean, sometimes you don't always get what you want, but I mean, you got Reggie out here, you know, trying to making all these lies and stuff. Like, takes time and all that stuff. But like I said, it's just some companies like these third parties sometimes are waiting seeds. Like, hey, like, is there a demand for it? You know, are they really going to support buying it? You know, no, but some are. But I mean, Bandai Namco was like, you know, they got the Dragon Ball games coming to the Switch and stuff like that. I mean, heck, it'd be cool for that crowd, you know, some Xenoverse or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, you know, they can, you know, buy them, play them on the go and stuff like that. But other ones like Capcom is like, Capcom's just like a love-hate with, especially with Nintendo. It's like, you get like some of the older games put on the Switch, like, it's like some of the ones that have been really, released recently, excuse me, trying to put them on that system. And it plays like, you know, they'll take all these features trying to get cram in 60 frames per second or some other features they have to take out because you know, due to limitations and stuff like that. Because I mean, yeah, you're trying to get on the Switch, but sometimes it may not play what you see on PS4 or Xbox. I mean, heck, there's some things they have to, you know, take away just to make it, you know, playable and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much, but I agree with Dirt and of course some of the points that you made also.
Okay, that's all you got on that?
Yep.
Hey, what about you, white guy? The angry white guy. You ain't gonna play shit. Shut your ass up and...
Wow, you racist fuck.
How can I be racist? I'm black. We don't own shit, so how can I feel superior over your race?
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Let's not start the race draft again, all right?
Oh, too late! You said it first.
So anyway.
Black out.
Like I was saying, kind of like what I was saying before the podcast, is like, it's just my personal theory. I could be dead wrong, but here's just why I'm looking at it. Is like, when the Switch first came out, you know, Nintendo did get their third parties on board. You know, you saw that list and stuff like that. It wasn't a very big list, but it was like a list of third party developers. They're like, oh, they're all about the Switch, going to help out. You know, I'm pretty sure, like, all of them were just waiting to bail at the first chance they could. I mean, let's face it. They're like, oh, the Switch is gonna flop, and then we'll just get the hell out of here and blah blah blah, stuff like that. Much like they did with the Wii U. And now they're noticing that this thing is actually selling. It's already outsold the Wii U, like in less than a year, or in a year's time, it outsold the Wii U. And now we got these third-party companies going, holy shit, they're actually making money. Hey, Nintendo, how you guys doing? How you try? All of a sudden they're trying to hit them up and shit like that. You know, Nintendo lost weight. You know, got breast implants, grew their hair out. You know, started wearing contacts, and all of a sudden these third parties are like, hey, Nintendo, you're looking pretty good over there. What's your secret? Or some shit like that. So I think that's kind of like how a lot of the. I think that's a lot of how a lot of the.
Hey, your girl says she heard angels talking now.
That's just how it is. So anyway. so anyway. Damn right. Damn. So anyway. Like, what I'm saying is like, I think the reason why a lot of these people got the dev kit late is they didn't have one because they didn't want one. And then all of a sudden they're like, yo, can we get one of those dev kits over there? You know, that's looking pretty good. How can we? Now they're trying to figure out how they can get these games on here, which basically I think the consensus is they can get them on there, but you got to do that stupid thing where like they have the cartridge and then the SD card, and of course, eventually Nintendo is going to release those cartridges that can hold more, but that's going to cost more for the development. So, what do you think these third parties are going to do? They're going to find the cheapest cart, so they can just do the fucking half and half thing like they've been doing. Like Nintendo will be like, okay, here's your 64-bit cart. You can probably put the whole game on here. Yeah, but that 8-bit card over there costs less. So we're going to do that and then just tell everybody to buy an SD card for the rest of the game or some shit like that. So I think they're eventually going to find a way to get on there and stuff like that. My hope is though is like he's saying, oh well, third party will be a little later. Like what I hope of that is like when he says that, what I'm hoping. What he means by that is that you'll get third-party games day one alongside the other two systems because, like, I think this whole getting games a little later, just stop doing that. I mean, those came and went. I mean, unless you really, really did not buy a PS4, Xbox One at this point, then hey, what's waiting a little longer? It's new to you. But at the same time, it's like just focus on getting them at the same time. As the newer third-party games come out, focus on getting them out at the same time on the Switch as you would the Xbox and the PS4. And stuff like that. I'm kind of hoping that's what he meant. I mean, on the other hand, he could be lying out his ass because he's supposed to. That's what they pay him to do. They paid Reggie to bullshit, and he's very good at it. So that could just be what they're doing too. So anything goes at this point. It could either be, yeah, it's going to happen, or it's going to get better, or it's like, we'll just tell them this because we're fucking lying, and hopefully they believe it.
Oh, damn. Didn't Reggie say between 1 and 2 years, did he? Is that what he said?
Maybe. I didn't read the question.
I think it was either.
The thing about it is, though, is like, also what I said before this, because, like, last year, E3 came and went, for Bethesda and Nintendo, and neither one said anything about the two games that are coming out this year coming out for the Switch. They made no mention of Doom on the Switch. Mm-hmm. They made no mention of Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch. Mm-hmm. And then a couple months later, it's like, oh, by the way, these games are coming to the Switch. I mean, obviously they already had that planned, but they let an entire E3 go by before they actually decided to say something. So I'm kind of hoping, even though this year's E3 from Nintendo is kind of lackluster, hopefully like last year they do the same thing where they have another E3 which came out a lot better, not an E3, another Direct that came out better than the E3 one.
That's what I don't understand from Nintendo. Like, I understand that they want to show a lot of those games at the Direct, but I think E3 is the right time and the right place to showcase a lot of those games because of more eyes are watching around that time.
Yeah, but Nintendo is still annoyingly quiet about their shit. They're just like, they're doing the same thing they always do. Like they don't tell you nothing. So it is a pain in the ass. I agree on that. I agree with that. It's like, dude, you got to give people something to look forward to on this system. But instead, they wait till the last fucking minute, and it kind of does hurt them in the long run. But it'd be nice if they said a few things ahead of time to get the ball rolling.
I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather, instead of them announce a lot of those games at their Direct, I'd rather them do it at E3 because that's the most important time of the year, man. That's just how I feel about it. What about you, Alex? What you think about it? You there, Alex?
No, he's muted.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what you think
about
the Nintendo third-party situation?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. They'll sort it out. Reggie had an interview today with The Verge. He said they are expecting, what did he say here? They're expecting the gap to close for the turnover rate to close end of this year, early next year. He said, we're talking today about a platform that's 16 months old. The development cycle today is multiple years. So I will argue that beginning at the end of this year or next year, the gap will have closed because key developers will have had the development systems. They've been working to create content for our platform from the beginning. That is what is going to close the time gap. So basically, they have games in production for the Switch that are already being made by third parties that will be closer to launch day and day with other versions. So that's good. That's good to hear. It's Reggie, so it's we never know if what he says is true. That's the only thing. But you gotta believe with the success of the Switch and the fact that it is a lot more similar to Xbox and PS4 architecture this time around. They can close the gap support these third-party games. So like, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. Like, it's very clear that Nintendo just wanted to talk about Smash Brothers at this E3. Was that a mistake? I feel it was, yes. But that doesn't mean in any way they don't have games prepared. That simply means they wanted to show us Smash Brothers, because they could have easily cut 10 minutes out of that Smash Brothers shit and put it towards Pokemon. They spent like 3 minutes on Pokemon. This show was about Smash Brothers. They made that conscious decision for whatever reason to make this whole show about Smash Brothers. Again, I think it's a mistake, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean they don't have games ready. Reggie has already said in another interview on The Sun or something, he got interviewed on TV, and he was saying they have games ready, they just want to surprise people because Nintendo just likes to do shit like that.
That's that, yeah.
It is what it is, man. Like, they will have games ready for the Switch. They already have 700 games on the Switch. I don't think the Wii U even got 700 games in its life cycle. Yeah. So, like, it's not like it doesn't get games.
No, they got games. It's just they got a shitload of indie support. I'm not downplaying indie support. Indie games are awesome. I ain't gonna downplay that at all.
Yeah, but just even think of that. Like, the indies didn't pick up on the Wii U till like the 3rd or 4th year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the way games being made for this console is very different. It's a lot faster. I'm not too worried about it. Like, and to be honest, I don't really care because I don't buy third parties on the Switch because they're generally lacking compared to my anyway, so I don't care too much. But if you only have a Switch, like, I wouldn't worry that much. Like, you will get games slower than the other consoles, but you'll probably get most of them. But there's definitely just going to be these games you're not going to get. Like, you're probably not going to get Red Dead Redemption 2. No, you're not going to see stuff like Anthem. Yeah. You're going to get things like FIFA. You're going to get stuff like Fortnite. Like, it's going to be better third party than what you're used to on Nintendo, but you're not going to get everything.
I'm still salty about Madden. That's something I would love to take on the go with me. I would love to play football on the go.
We got FIFA, but not Madden. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, you got the other big ball.
Yeah, that caters towards the European crowd, not the American crowd. Like, that's.
Yeah, I mean, with the World Cup going on right now,
doesn't have a football game of their own. Like, I feel like they should be coordinating with EA to get that on, because like PC hasn't had Madden for a long time, but they're getting this new Madden.
So when was the last time they had a Madden anyway?
I have no idea. It's been, I think, at least a decade.
A decade.
That's where it started.
When was Eddie George on the cover? You remember? Anybody?
2001.
Okay,
yeah, 2001.
I had that on my PC a long time ago.
Yeah, like PC hasn't had Madden in a long time, but now it's getting it. So like, they're obviously open to moving Madden to other platforms. So at that point, it's up to Nintendo to secure it, because they got FIFA. They got 2 FIFAs now. We got FIFA 2018. Now we're getting FIFA 19. So I don't know, like, why Madden's not there.
Madden on the Switch would be a game changer.
Yeah, Madden on Switch, I think a lot of people would like that.
Yeah.
Especially in North America. But not so much me, because I'm in Canada, we don't really give 2 fucks about football. But for Americans, you got football.
When it comes to online gaming, like, I only have 80 Xbox friends. I got over 100 Switch friends, so it's pretty obvious I got more Switch friends than Xbox friends. So, like games like Madden or NBA, like, multiplayer games, I don't mind playing it. Kind of like with Fortnite we played the other day. Like, if it's like multiplayer games, I don't mind getting on the Switch. Like, I would love to take Madden on the go with me. That's something I would,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. But yeah, like I was discussing a while ago, that I believe like a lot of these developers got these dev kits like by in 2016, like early 2016. Of course, Switch came out early 2017. They got it kind of a year earlier before the release of the Switch. So when Reggie said, till in this year and early next year, got me believing, that's that 3-year window from early 2016 to early 2019. So yes, it takes 3 years to develop a AAA game. So if that's true, then I'm not gonna say anything else. They just basically was taking that wait and see approach, especially the first year. They wanted to see would the Switch sell a lot.
To be fair, you can't really blame them for waiting.
No, I know. I can't blame them. The first year was a success. The Wii U burnt them.
So now that the Switch for sure is gonna be a very well-selling console, you're gonna see more games. It takes time. Like that first year was a wait-and-see year. That means nothing was really in development. Now you're gonna start seeing stuff come out. By next year, Mighty did it on par with all the games. Like you're already starting to see it. Like Starlink, that's day and date.
Yeah.
FIFA's day and date.
Yeah.
That's Street Fighter's day and date. Mega Man's day and date. Like it's starting to happen. But for the bigger games, it takes time.
Yeah, those bigger games take about 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Your boy Miguel, he keep on saying that third-party games don't sell consoles, boy. Yeah, let's have a purse circle.
He's the first one to point out every single third-party game that's on the Switch is a win. He
is trying to convince us third-party games don't sell consoles, man. We need to all bow our heads and pray for this guy. We need to pray for this guy. Everybody bow your heads.
Oh man, this guy needs a hug from Phil Spencer or something. But,
no, he'll stab him in the back, man.
He actually might.
He's that toxic, man. He's very toxic.
He'll be like, Phil will be hugging him, and Miguel will hug him and just stab him in the back.
Jesus Christ, Miguel, you is so mad. What's up with you, man? All right, so
I wouldn't be worried about it. If I was a Switch only owner, I would be expecting more game.
Yeah, it's coming. They selling too much for them to ignore. They selling too damn much.
They're selling too much to be ignored at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier during my video. Like they outselling the Xbox at a 3 to 1 ratio.
But they will have outsold the Xbox One sometime in 2019. That's gonna happen.
Okay. Okay, so that did I get it to everybody with this subject with the Nintendo Switch third party? I think that's everybody. Since did you win?
Yeah, I already went.
Okay, everybody went. Okay, let's talk about the Xbox brand. I know, yeah, Miguel, he probably about to get a heart attack. We about to get deep into the Xbox brand. You know, of course, they started the generation off pretty bad with that E3 with the whole DRM. You know, you're always online and blah blah that. TV, sports, wasn't really talking about games. You know, it went from bad to worse, and you know, the media kind of went on the other. Went on the other side towards the PlayStation side and all that, and it was just bad from the start, from the beginning. You know, as far as the first party games goes, they wasn't ready for this generation. They wasn't ready, and how am I gonna start this? Okay, these past 2 to 3 years has been abysmal for the Xbox One when it comes to their first party games, and we've been saying this for a very long time on our podcasts, on my podcast, or we go from Alex podcast, or wherever we go, that they lack talent, you know, in their studios, because we see it in their games. You know, if you compare their games to Sony games, it's comparing night and day, apple to oranges, and it's just not even the same. It's not even the same stratosphere, and you know, they lack quantity of first party games, and we've been saying that Xbox has so much money that they shouldn't even be struggling to get more studios to find better talent to make more games. But I guess you can say that money was tied into the Xbox One X. Reason why, I don't know.
It was.
I just don't know how a $100-some billion company. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about that. But like I say, you know, with them getting the 5 studios and Ninja Theory to be on the forefront, and Initiative, a ground-up studio, they were really trying to compete with Microsoft and Nintendo. Of course, Nintendo is still king of first parties. They still king of first party. But I feel that Microsoft is really trying to get back into that dogfight and making sure that whenever the next generation gets here, I'm not sure it's going to be this generation, it's going to be next generation, that we're going to have first-party games come out at a timely manner and on a consistent basis, not waiting every 4 to 5 months or maybe once or twice a year for a first-party game. And, you know, Phil Spencer, like, I agree with you, Alex. I agree with G-Rock. Y'all said this many times. He came and took over the Microsoft. It was a burning building when he came in. I understand. And it had to take years to fix this. And I believe that this year's E3, he heard our cries. You know, I've been saying on Twitter all the time. Been saying this to him. A lot of people been saying this to him. You know, we need more third party. You need more third party Japanese games. You need more first party studios. You need to have games that's kind of similar to Sony. Have those single player story-driven games because they still sell very well. And he heard an outcry. He saw the success of Sony. He saw the sales of The Last of Us, the sales of Uncharted, the sales of God of War, and of course you got Horizon Zero Dawn. So that whole entire narrative that single-player games is dying, that it doesn't sell, it turns out to be false. And Phil Spencer, he recognized that. So he basically trying to get all these studios and basically have all sorts of games that cater towards your needs, whether you like multiplayer games or whether you like single-player games. It's just we're just gonna have to wait till next generation, and I believe the first year of the next Xbox generation is going to be a good year. You know, of course, he's not going to tell us what they're working on. He said Playground Games is working on an open world game now. I'm very excited because I see their work. They make really beautiful games, and Initiative, the person that used to be a part of the Tomb Raider projects, like he has talent right now. Ninja Theory, like the studios he named, has talent. Undead Labs, nah, they alright. You know, maybe they need some more of that Microsoft money to polish up their games. And that I forgot the name of that other studio that make the We Happy Few, but they bought that too. But I'm just talking about the future of Xbox or PC, however you want to say it, Alex. It looks good, man. Whether you like PC or Xbox, I've been worried that they was going to basically become more of a service base. You know, with their games and all that, because you see the Game Pass, all these services that is on the Xbox console. But he made sure that it doesn't matter what platform you prefer to play on. If you like Xbox, we're gonna get you an Xbox. You like PC, you build your PC. You like cell phone, you get streaming games on cell phone. My whole thing is, will Xbox still exist? You know, by me being an Xbox guy, an Xbox fan, I'm glad that it still exists. I'm glad they're working on their issues. But that's been my whole thing about the Xbox brand. I want to know, will there be an Xbox brand starting next generation? And he made sure of it, even though some people think it's going to be an app. But it is what it is. Well, I won't say it's an app because he already said that they're deep into the development of the new Xbox console. He didn't say they started, they're deep. So that got people thinking this might be maybe a 2020 release. They're going to probably showcase that maybe next year's E3. So when he say deep, that means that this generation is on its last leg, maybe another year and a half. I don't know. But with the Xbox brand, let's start with you, Senator. So what do you think about the Xbox brand? Is it saved? Is it saved? Or you think the sales is going to dramatically go down since they're catering a lot of towards the PC gamers and the cell phone? You get to play games with cell phones. What do you think about the Xbox brand?
I mean, the way they started out, yeah, it's been a clusterfuck ever since they made that announcement 5 years ago. But I mean, I think like the last time they had something was 2016 with Gears 4, and then 2017 was just dry as the Sahara. And they had shit after. And then now, up until E3, is okay. They made these announcements. Okay, they got the studios. Okay, as far as this generation goes, I mean, you can, like I said, stick a fork in it because they're not going to catch up with Sony nor Nintendo, sales wise and stuff like that. I say what they're doing now is waiting for next gen. Like, let's say next gen, like I said, start over. Start all over again. Learn from the mistakes from this generation. And hopefully do better, and that way they can compete with Nintendo and Sony, so they can get back in there. But as far as but yeah, because I mean, the first party still that's been their main Achilles heel, trying to get like those games out, like the first party. So that way, because everybody wants those new IPs now. That's what disappointed so many from this press conference at E3, because they're like, oh, we got new IPs now outside than Halo's, Gears, and Forza, because people like to run that joke into the ground. But I mean, it is what it is. Like like I said, but now they got those new studios. So hey, they can crank out some first party content for next gen and stuff like that, and to get back in the race. But as far as the sales goes, I don't know about that, but it just depends. But that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Is that your computer I'm looking at, Alex? On Discord? Alex, you hear me?
He's mute.
That's not mine. That's somebody else's.
I was like, damn, that's a nice looking computer. Shit, I think that's a wide ass screen.
That's not mine.
Shit, how much that bad boy cost, man? That's something
I think that thing's almost 2,000.
Oh shit, are you serious? God dang. Yeah. Dude, I don't mind getting a PC game, but gee, that's a lot of money, dude. That's a big investment, dude.
That's a very unique monitor.
No, I want the game on that. That thing looks awesome, dude. Oh my god, that thing looks awesome, dude.
You game on that thing? That thing's gonna hurt your neck looking left to right.
I don't care. That looks awesome, dude. Shit. Okay, all right. Dirty, what you think about the Xbox brand? You think they still alive, even though they say you could game on 3 different devices?
I think, well, with me personally, I'm just glad that they got some exclusive. It's not gonna, you know, they're not gonna sell, you know, the consoles is not gonna start flying off the shelves all of a sudden. It's not gonna happen. We just gonna have to wait to, you know, the next Xbox and see what they do with that one. But like I said, I was just waiting on E3 just to see what they was going to bring to the table, which I knew they was going to bring something to the table. I'm like, there's no way you got an X out here in the S and you have nothing to show for it. So with them showing the games that they're going to bring, it's still not going to make people jump up and go buy Xbox. They will get they sales, but like I said, it's not going to fly off the shelves. And then it's already rumored talking about the next Xbox in 2020. So that right there really kills them alone right there. So why go out and buy an Xbox when in 2 years I get a brand new one? So yeah.
Hopefully they have some type of trading program, because I'm not trading my S in. I think they gave me like almost 200, something like that.
I'll have it traded.
Man, I ain't trading nothing in. I'm not buying the next Xbox day one. Yeah, like I said, it'll be maybe 2-3 years down the line. I buy the next Xbox. It just don't make sense to me as a gamer. It just don't make sense. You bringing out this top of the line Xbox, but then now all of a sudden, it ain't even been a year yet, and now you're talking about another Xbox in 2 years. Like, what was your main purpose of bringing the X out? Like, they have no answer for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people don't look at it as, wait a minute, they just brought out this console. Why is they talking about another console? It's like they just happy a new console come out because all they think is graphics. Yeah. I'm thinking
power.
Right. I'm thinking as, wait a minute, I'm gonna waste some money here. I don't waste $500. You talking about a new console in 2 years? Hold on. But that's just me. I think before I jump up and down and get happy. So,
I mean, there's something to add to that, because, like, think about it. Their priority was basically hardware over games and stuff like that. That's where they fucked themselves right there.
Yep.
Okay, so you going there, Dirty?
Yep.
All right. The guy that, I don't know, some guy, it's a white guy. I don't know if is that you, Nick? That's another white guy. I'm not sure who that is.
I graced this asshole.
All right, Nick, what you think, man?
Well, I already have the next Xbox sitting right here.
There it is.
Talking to you guys.
Fucking right, Nick.
Talking on my next. I got the Xbox Triple X already. I got the next system like sitting right in front of me. But I do remember saying a while back that I feel like Xbox is gonna be just turn into like a Steam-like service, and yet here we are, with Microsoft sitting there on stage going, "Oh, you can play Xbox on your Xbox, or your PC, or your cell phone." Well, I'm not fucking gonna play Xbox on my cell phone. I want to do that shit. It's gonna suck. But I don't know. Sooner or later, you might be playing Xbox on your PS4. Maybe you'll be playing Xbox on your Super Switch, or whatever the next system that's coming out is going to be. I don't fucking know. But yeah, they're definitely trying to expand it to being more than just a regular system and stuff like that. And so yeah, like I was saying, like if as soon as the Xbox comes out, I already got this shit, and then I don't have to pay. Their yearly fee either. It's gonna be like hop on the game and start playing. start playing Xbox or play that Halo Infinite, whatever the next whatever games they plan on coming out with all those companies they bought that we're supposed to be excited about for some reason. I don't know, but that's how sad this Xbox generation has been. That people were excited about purchases of companies. So,
is Game Pass on PC? I asked that a million times. I keep forgetting. Is it on PC?
It is, but
That's
it's
only
still
some
only
games.
certain games. Like I
Oh.
have, okay, so like, for example,
Any Play Anywhere title that's on Game Pass.
yeah. So I went to go download Elder Scrolls Online today, and you can only do it on the Xbox. I couldn't do it on the PC.
Oh. Well.
So there are certain games but they're expanding more games anyway because they already said that like more games are coming to the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, like the Division is already on there.
Although then again, they didn't say it was Play Anywhere, so I don't know. They might be exclusive to Xbox One, and you can't really get them.
They gotta keep something exclusive on the Xbox One. Just
Old ass games.
something.
Yeah, they already said they're trying to put like Xbox on everything, so eventually it's going to be that way.
Yeah, Phil Spencer's already said he's planning to put the backwards compatible games onto the PC eventually, but that they're doing Xbox first. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, you never like that Halo's going to be exclusive to D&B. The arcade.
They already advertised. It's not even out yet. I don't know what's coming out. They already advertised Battletoads on Game Pass. Like
Yeah,
you look at that thing in the bottom corner. It says Day 1 Game Pass. So
yeah, all their games going forward, first party games will be on Game Pass Day 1, including Halo, including Gears 5.
Yep.
Forza Horizon.
Oh, I'm definitely getting Forza. Hell, I'm
Yeah,
definitely
definitely
getting
gonna try Forza.
I-
It's on Game Pass anyways, right?
I think I'm gonna get Game Pass. I think I already have Game Pass. So I'm gonna
Game
get.
Pass is awesome.
It's $1 now. Like it's cheap.
During this week for E3, it's $1 this
It's
month.
$1.
So damn.
You didn't know
I
that?
really cannot lose. I started playing Halo Wars 2 today in the morning because it was on Game Pass. I was like, oh shit, might as well try it out. It's actually really fun.
I think they got a deal on a 1 month subscription Xbox Live for I think maybe $1.
Also $1.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
They do that every year. The Xbox Live thing for $1. They do that every year.
Either way, I mean, Xbox. It looks like I don't know. It looks like for the Xbox One, they're done with this shit. They're just going through the motions at this point. Everything going forward. I'm sure they got a couple of games coming out like Gears 5, stuff like that. But a lot of games they're definitely going to work on for the next system.
Next one, yeah.
Yeah, you got another donation reel.
Oh, I do. Oh, okay. I'm not looking at the chat.
Stu said how
As far as the-
on the Switch is amazing.
As far as the Xbox brand being back, not yet. But they're working on it.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay, okay. So you did yours, so I guess Alex. Unforgiven says Switch has no games. Stuart Stokes. He said Hollow Knight on the Switch is amazing. I never played that.
Hollow Knight is amazing in general.
I never played it. What is it?
It's a side-scrolling game.
Oh, really?
Kind of like a Metroidvania game.
Oh,
Very
okay,
cool.
okay.
Very cool.
Okay, what about you, Alex? Think the Xbox brand is back after this year's E3?
I think Microsoft is back.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
I think Microsoft did a fantastic job showing that they are investing in their future.
Damn,
Both
you just.
Xbox and Windows.
Oh, now you won't say both Xbox and Windows.
He's
so
people
salty,
get
man.
confused when I only say Xbox. They think I'm talking
This
about
conversation is
the
about Xbox.
I want to be very clear with what I say because people think I'm talking about the actual Xbox
No,
One.
that's what the conversation's about. Xbox.
Oh, you're talking about the console? No, they've done nothing to save it. It's garbage. But if you're talking about Microsoft,
No. I'm talking about going forward in the future.
for this generation,
No. Next generation. They prepping up for next generation. That's what I'm saying. Do you think the
yeah,
brand is back?
Microsoft and Xbox are
God,
preparing
you
for
just
next generation.
Well, you just won't let it go.
I have to be clear. It's not just Xbox because I don't care about the Xbox. But Microsoft and we'll just call it how. What's a word we can use to make it shorter? Xbox 10? Does that work? Windows 10 and Xbox? You want us to call it that?
Xbox 10. Wow, that's a terrible
We'll
name.
call it Xbox 10 just so people know what I'm talking about. Let's just call it Windows 10. How about
Windows
that?
10, huh?
Windows 10 gaming has a very bright future now that Microsoft has bought all those developers to bolster up their first-party First party lineup, that's very smart. They obviously have Game Pass going for them. Excellent. They have Play Anywhere, which is a fantastic feature. They have all the support of third parties, and now they have even more Japanese support than they ever have. They have all the indie games. They have everything that you could ever want on a console. It was just the first party that was lacking. And now they're doubling down on first party. Phil Spencer made good on his word. They are investing in first party, and even more so on PC. Because as we saw at E3, we got Gears of War 5 and Gears of War Tactics. The Xbox only got Gears of War 5. So it's a fantastic future for Windows 10 gaming on PC, and it's a pretty good future for Xbox going forward.
Okay, all right. You somewhat gave a little credit to Xbox. Somewhat, still kind of, smart ass.
But as far as the Xbox One, the current console...
No, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. It's finished. They already started talking about the new one. Phil Spencer teased it. Halo Infinite will be on the next Xbox and Windows 10. Gears of War 5, I feel, will be the swan song last game for Xbox One.
Okay.
Which is a great game to end on, to be honest. So that's cool.
Okay.
Like, they're doing what they need to do. They need to cut their losses, prepare for the future. It's the right move.
All right. Look like hold on. Let me make sure my screen. How's my screen? Is it? Oh, okay. Okay, it's alright. I thought I lost y'all for a second. But yeah, let's get some questions, people. We're gonna make this a little shorter.
I actually gotta get out of here. So
yeah, I know. You got your other podcast. You gotta get ready. Let's get a few questions, people. Then we'll get up out of here. I didn't want to be here too long. So I guess since you gotta go, I guess go do your outro. Get out of here.
All right. What's going on? Not what's going on. It's a fun show, guys. Nintendo had a interesting E3. E3's been a great week. A lot of fun, a lot of games, a lot of exciting news. Xbox and Microsoft are finally back, and Sony is taking it easy right now. But we're going to do Team Red Talks Nintendo after Rail's done with his podcast here. I'm just heading out early to go get that prepared. So if you want to hear me, Nia, and Coupon talk about Nintendo, definitely go over to my channel, and let's continue the conversation over there.
All right. Appreciate you coming.
See ya.
All right, let's get a few questions, people, before we get up out of here. Make this a little short. So, when are you going to get rid of and trade your Xbox One? Jesus Christ, Miguel. Why you hate the Xbox so much? He has so much hatred for Xbox. I will trade the Xbox, Miguel. Whenever the new generation gets here, I'm going to trade it in. Does that make you feel better? Does that help you sleep at night, Miguel? Huh? Are we still talking about that? We still talking about, third parties, don't sell consoles again. We gonna talk about that, third parties sell consoles. I don't know why you trying to convince people third parties don't sell consoles, and look at GTA 5. You know how many game software GTA 5 sold? How many games? How many units? I believe they say they shipped over 90 million. They are approaching 100 million just one game. So yeah, I don't know why you keep talking about third-party games for sale. In that case, the holiday season, or the fall and holiday season, is the time that 90% of the multiplayer games are out around that time, and the console sales dramatically go up. So you saying that third parties don't sell consoles? Like, I want to see those receipts, man. Show me those receipts. You ain't got no damn receipts or so, man. You just full of shit. All right, what else we got? Jada said, "Who do I need to ban tonight?" Jesus Christ. What else? Let me see. What else? Come on, let's get some questions before I get up out of here. So, when you giving in and buying a gaming PC? Man, people has been asking me that a lot, man. When I'm gonna give in and buy a gaming PC? I don't know, man. Like I said, if I'm gonna get a gaming PC, I would like to get the best of the best, man. I don't want to get a gaming PC and I can't run run it the way I want it, and I'm over looking at other people got a better setup, a better running PC, but I got to spend more money. So whenever I get to that point, that I'll be like, okay, money's no object. It's nothing. I could just get this $3,000 computer and I could just play my 4K games, and 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. Whenever I'm ready to get to that point, then I will get to that point. It's just right now I'm still a console gamer, man. One day. What else we got? Anthem is trash. God dang, Miguel has nothing nice to say. Unforgiveness and LOL, you'll never be happy. Boy, they just convinced him that I'm gonna be mad on consoles. Wow. Best be careful. These PC guys will come after you if you ain't careful, man. Them PC guys, they're toxic, man. They're very toxic. You ever heard of Rags? Very toxic. Top hats and champagne, very toxic. Boy, them PC, them PC guys are toxic, man.
Yeah.
Okay, what are questions at, man? If I don't get no questions, I'm gonna go and end this podcast.
Yeah, Jalen got one that says, even though Nintendo had a mediocre E3, do you think the Switch will surpass Xbox One this year because of Smash?
Yes.
It ain't just because of Smash. Like, I don't know why we keep forgetting Pokemon. That's a series that outsells Smash.
Yeah, their first-party titles.
Yeah, so those two titles right there that's coming out during the fall, like, it would surprise me if it surpassed the Xbox One. Because on a yearly basis, when Pokemon comes out, they sell between 15 to 20 million units on the 3DS each year. You know, the biggest, I think the most Smash ever sold was 12 million on the Wii. And as far as the Smash on the 3DS and Wii U combined, I don't even know those numbers. I think around maybe 10 million. What else we got? So isn't Xbox at 39 million right now? Probably so, man. There's been rumors that it's approaching 40 million. I don't know, but if it's at 39 million, then it wouldn't surprise me at all, you know. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. It's you know, they still getting their ass whooped, and this whole entire narrative about their own pace with the 360, that's a damn lie. They're not even close to the 360's level.
Oh, at least 360 had some first-party titles.
Hey, Stuart Stokes says, "Why are you turning back into a bot?" Wow, boy, y'all ruthless with these comments, man. About to a bot. It ain't just because I'm a bot, man. I told y'all time and time again that my main preference has always been Xbox, man. But I would go where the games are at, man. Like, was it when did Nier Automata and Persona 5 came out? That was last year, wasn't it?
Last year.
So, so last year was basically the year that I played my PlayStation majority of that year, because they had so many great games in Nier Automata, Neo, Persona 5, Yakuza 0, that Uncharted Lost Legacy. That was a lot of great games. Yeah, I can't forget that too. Horizon Zero Dawn. That was so many great games that year. I almost turned into a damn pony. Actually, I was a pony. Shit, I was wearing pony hats and pony shirts. I'm over pissing off G-Rock. He bleeds blood. I mean, he bleeds blue blood. So he's a pony by heart. So he gets mad at me every time he see me wearing a PlayStation shirt and PlayStation hat. He gets so mad he want to kick my ass. Bitch, you ain't no goddamn pony. You better get that Xbox hat, the Xbox shirt. Shut the fuck up. I was like, man, calm down, dude. It's just video games, man. Just chill. Take a chill pill.
I mean, now Nier Automata's coming up in 2 weeks on the X1.
Yeah, like the PlayStation had a great year last year. Now I played majority of my games on the PlayStation. So yeah. Any more questions? Hey, Miguel said, "Stop trolling me, my brother. I'll still always love you, my brother." Boy, you something else. Ponybot 27. Okay, that's the name. Y'all call me Ponybot, man. You're not gonna call me Ponybot Nintendo 27. Do you think next PlayStation could come out next year? It wouldn't surprise me because the PS4 Pro came out a year earlier before the Xbox One X. So it wouldn't surprise me at all, you know, if it comes out 2019, because that Ghost of Tsushima does not look like a PS4 game. I'm just gonna be real with you. And if they show us that Ghost of Tsushima game and showing us gameplay, and that game is ain't out to like 2 more years from now, I'm gonna get mad. So if that game is not out by late 2019, whatever, or release a launch game for the PS5, I'm gonna get upset, man. Like usually when people, usually when they show us, gameplay, they showing us world premiere of a game, we usually get CGI trailer. We got gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima, so they're telling me that they're very deep into development of this game. And like I say, the PS4 Pro came out a year earlier than the Xbox One X, so I'm thinking the next generation might start maybe next year, maybe. Will Microsoft follow behind Sony, or will they wait? I don't know. What else we got? Who got the games for you? Real Gaming 27. What games? Talking about for right now, the games I'm playing. I'm playing a mixture of everything. I've been getting my Xbox some love lately. I hadn't played my PlayStation in a couple of weeks. I need to get back on that. I need to finish a couple of games. It's just whatever. I haven't been playing as many games lately. Well, I played little games, some games this week since I'm off. But before I took a vacation, I really hadn't played many games because I was working 60 hours a week. So that's what else we got? What else we got to end this stream?
Oh, Jalen got one more. He said, "Do you think Nintendo was porting Wii U games this year because they want to have a strong first-party lineup next year?"
I don't know. That's a good question. That's probably why they were so heavily in what's up, Nick? What you got on this?
I think it's possible, but at the same time, like, yeah, that's actually a good way of putting it. But at the same time, it's like, let's face it, those Wii U games, they were Wii games, but they didn't sell because that system didn't sell. Now they're on a system that's selling, so they get a second chance here, and they're doing much better now than they did before. But that's actually a pretty interesting theory right there. That's actually not a bad way to look at it. I never thought of that. That's
trying to hurry up and shove those ports out so they get to new games. They
working on their newer stuff, but like meantime, they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave like their fan base hanging like they did before, because they did before and they learned not to do that. So I'm thinking like maybe they're using these ports like, hey, look, like then you got Smash Bros. The next year you're gonna see, because next year they got Fire Emblem coming out. That's something coming out, and they might have other stuff too. And we haven't heard too much about Metroid Prime, so maybe that's being worked on while we're getting these ports. I don't know. Obviously, we know Bayonetta 3 is coming. But there's no way in hell that game's coming out this year. I'm thinking 2019 for that one.
Okay.
So it's a good theory. It's actually not a bad thought.
Yeah.
It's still a few games Nintendo still didn't announce. Like what happened to Pikmin 4? Remember back in the
I don't know what's going on with that game.
They were saying it was like what 80% finished.
Yeah, what, about 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, like where is it? Where
was pretty much done, and then nothing came out yet.
How we said that one. What about the Yoshi?
Man, that should have been done, man.
That got delayed in 2019. They already said that.
A side scroller, Jesus Christ. Oh well, I don't really see any more questions, man. So I guess we can go ahead and wrap that up. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here? You streaming anything, Nick?
I did download the new Octopath Traveler demo today, so it's possible I might stream that a little later on Twitch for anybody that is interested, which will be nobody, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay. All right. Dirty? Sinister? Y'all do anything? Any streams or anything?
I'll probably try out Bloodstain.
Bloodstain? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all follow Nick, follow Dirty, follow Sinister, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell with them, so show them some support, give them some love and all that, and y'all make sure y'all hit this like button on my podcast, and hit that notification bell so y'all can get notified whenever I go live or whatever. If I do a video, if you hadn't watched my video earlier, please give it a shot, give it some love, hit the like button, just listen to it. I had some good strong points about my video I did earlier. And I guess as far as me, am I going to stream? I don't know. I thought about streaming, but I don't know. I just get lazy because
somebody left on my comment, by the way, on your video.
What?
See that comment somebody left about me on your video though?
The one I did earlier?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. What, did they cut you out?
It was funny.
Let me find. Let me find. What's that?
Bad shit.
Where's that? Where's it at? gamer Dick has no idea what he's talking about. Knows nothing about game development or Nintendo. Just going through his videos will give anybody a severe dose of AIDS and Ebola. Wow, man, you made somebody mad, dude.
Somehow this guy's a doctor who knows how to get AIDS and Ebola.
Damn, boy, you really made somebody mad, did you? Okay. All right. I guess go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. And like I say, I appreciate everybody coming supporting your boy. Make sure you hit the like button, share my videos. Let's get some more people here to support us. We need more likes. We need more subscribers. We need more live viewers. Like, I can't do this without y'all guys. I've been saying this for a long time. I would love to get more people here while we live. So if y'all can help going forward, help with the share button, help with the like button, because I had about 50 watching earlier, and I'm still at 17 likes. So it's frustrating sometimes, man. You know, I got a lot of my subs that always come here, and some of them don't even leave a like. That's kind of disrespectful, man. That's all I'm gonna say. But like I say, man, appreciate y'all guys for tuning in, joining, and appreciate the donation, Stuart Stokes and Unforgiven and Amira. Can't forget Amira. And I guess I will see y'all maybe tomorrow. I might do a video tomorrow, maybe. But anyway, I appreciate y'all guys for coming, and I will see y'all in the next ride. Peace.
Sayonara.